Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Quickly popping in before we have a very productive vlog today, which is going to be a day in the city leading up to birthday. I'm going to have a bit of a me day, treat yourself day, and you're all going to be joining me, which is going to be very exciting. So the next clips, probably going to be a hell of a lot of b-roll. I'll be updating you when I can. But get excited because I've never done this before. Is it going to feel weird? Probably. Am I going to enjoy it? I hope so. Do I think you guys will as well? I think so. Because I mean, if you know me, but at all, bookstores, cafes, the works. We're going to go to all of them. And at the end of the day, I'll give you guys a little haul of the things I will get. I'm not going to go crazy. She says this now. Watch this space. But it's going to be a very fun day. And I hope you enjoy the day out. heading to the other bookstore now. Very quiet.
don't even know if I know. I have 5 cents, but I don't know whether you're going to be. This is what is but I don't know if they're going to want it yet. Small child. And then something
Yeah.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah.
I still write in my planner every day, so I practice a lot of handwriting. Yeah.
That highlight, I haven't ordered it today.
Okay, so would you say it's a bit of dark academia as well?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's dark academia. Well, it's also a bit of a urban fantasy because it starts with you follow the girl and she lives in a modern city.
Okay.
And she's on a tube and she is hunting a demon. She also has a phone.
Yeah.
And then a man comes up to her and he's a demon. And he tells her about this demon hunter academy that she didn't know about. And then she goes to the academy. And then there's strange things happening. A girl's disappeared. And then she's going to try and figure out what happened. Yeah. That's basically...
Well, if it's a duology, usually I'm quite drawn to duologies or trilogies. Like when it gets like more than 4, I'm like, audiobooks.
Yeah. Is it that serious?
Especially when they're really, really chunky books as well, like the Akatar series. Like, and then obviously there's going to be new ones of that later this year.
Ja, doen we het?
Ja.
Oké.
Hello. So it's been very, very productive today. However, it's not really had an opportunity to record because it's been super busy. However, currently in a book coffee cafe, specializes in coffee. It's very good. I mean, you can see it's really cool. But overall, today's been really, really good. It's been really, really fun. Very productive, very busy. Because whenever the weather does get good, everybody's out and about. Doesn't matter if it's a work day, everyone's out. So, and I have got reading done, off and on. I did decide just to bring my Kindle. So, don't know if you can see that. I've been reading The Damsel's Non-Distress. Because I kind of put that off for a little bit. It's really, really good. But I'm also listening to my physical book because I figured I don't want to bring both. I'll be honest, the audiobook is really good. But yeah, the things I've wanted to do today though, like going to all the bookstores, I've had good talks with them as well. It's been really good. But yeah, speak to you later. It has been a long day. I can see. Hello everyone. As you have just witnessed, I had a very good day in the city. However, I kind of wish I talked a bit more, but I know I mentioned in a recent reading vlog that I was just a little bit nervous. Even in the places that were quiet, I believe the very first bookstore I went to, there was literally no one there. I could have talked. I will get used to it, I swear. Again, this entire experience is still a very new thing for me, so go figure. But what we're gonna do is I am gonna show you my little book haul from the book crawl that I did throughout the city. So there is only 2 bookstores I didn't get something from, and that was the first one and the book cafe that I went to. At that point, I wouldn't say I was done, but I was just super I do believe the coffee at that store, super, super tasty. My kind of style, like a full-bodied coffee. However, I think it might have been a little bit too strong for me. And after that, I was feeling a bit peely-wally. That's a good word. So I kind of just wanted to get to another place to get tea, which is what I wrapped up the day with. So I did get them to put them into bags. Like a lot of them just get put into paper bags anyway, but some of them did get wrapped up, which is pretty cool. So I'm not really going to go in any particular order. I do know that the 2 that are currently wrapped up, I'll do them first because those were like proper gift wrap. So the nice thing about the city that I live close by to, even though obviously I live around and converse with Dutch people, but I naturally just read in English, absolutely fine. So the nice thing for me is that there's so many bookstores that cater and have a very wide collection of English books. So these ones here, I think you can see that, is from Velde, and they're situated all around the Netherlands. I would say that to me, they are kind of the equivalent of Waterstones, right? Like a very big selection. They do events and whatnot. So these were I think these were the first books I actually purchased. And the fun thing is, do I actually remember the books I got? No, I don't. I like having, Dory brain.
Can I help you?
So let's see. So the first book is one I'm very excited about. So this is the second book to I think it's The Tempest of Tea. I read that last year, I believe. Then this is A Steeping of Blood by Hasfa Vazel. And I'm sorry I'm pronouncing their name. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I just know, so I apologize. But I am really curious about this because if memory serves, this was about a girl who runs a tea store, but then it also at night catered to vampires looking to get blood. And there's a whole thing with the first book. I'm quite curious about how this one will be. But I'm just going to quickly scan the back because the last thing I want to do is read the synopsis and have it spoiling the first book, which can happen quite a lot of the time when you're getting a second book in a series. I'm actually not too sure, and if anyone knows, do let me know. Is this a duology or is it going to be more in the series? Because this is the same author that wrote We Hunt the Flame and, what's the book? We Free the Stars? If I got that right, give me a sticker. It just mentions that the vampires are in danger and that the public are calling for justice. So that is definitely leading on from the previous events of the story. So this might be a book I read next month. But the nice thing about this one too, look at the sprayed edges. Very cool. So I think that's that is supposed to be like inside the manor, if you know, you know, or inside the tea store. Kind of is really nice. So the thing I find quite fascinating about a lot of English books here though, is that you do get quite a lot of really incredible sprayed edges, but quite a lot of the time they're very expensive. And I know for a fact I have added clips to kind of show that. I'm not going mad. Prices here are quite extortionate. Hence why I buy so many books when I go back to Scotland. Now makes sense, right? So that's the first book. And now onto the second. So I think, am I the only one that if they buy something and they get it wrapped up, they completely just like lose their train of thought and forget what it is? Am I the only one? Let me know. But I think this book, if memory serves, I saw this one, I was like, oh, I want it. I think it's the KMR Nova one, which realistically shouldn't be released yet. I also find that quite common that a lot of bookstores here will have books in their stores way earlier than release. I mean, this one was a prime example of that scenario. So, I'm right. So yeah, we have Bulletproof by KMR Nova. And again, so freaking cool. See, it's funny because I believe, I actually do remember now, I saw this on the pile of hardback copies, just randomly there. So probably someone just put it down and left. And I saw it and I'm like, I'm very curious. I believe this is a standalone book. So quite a lot of KMR Nova's books are either duologies. I think she has some series and then quite a lot of standalones. I'm pretty certain that a lot of her books are mostly themed around dark military. And this one, he was built to be bulletproof. She's the one that can break him. She must be super sharp. So this is following along with Briar Thornton and Romans 6. And I believe, and I could be wrong, but I follow Kay Morinova on Instagram. I am fairly certain that she also does all of the artwork herself because she's an artist. And I will say, this one's very, very cool. It looks like the girl is pretty much running away from her past and the guy is in the dark forces. So I would assume that this is also in the same world as her other books. Again, like I'm really just proper getting into Kay Morinova now. By this point, I have finished her duology of books. I will be reading Leave Me Behind, I think it's called. I'll be listening to that one soon. And all the time you're getting these dark forces, the riot squad, etc. So I do believe these are all kind of in the same world, which is actually really cool. I'm very much a fan of that. So yeah, I'm expecting this to be an insanely good time. And also it's very nice to have a physical copy. I also have the ARC copy of this on my Kindle. So read this during the day, read the Kindle copy at night. Watch this basically. I'm very happy I got this. Now this next one was from, I believe this was relatively the last bookstore I visited, and that was the Walter's Bookshop. It has a nice little selection of English books, a lot of like literary fiction books, a couple of little sci-fi fantasy books as well. Usually I'll like go in there, I like having a little browse because sometimes they'll be really good books and don't know why, they sometimes are better priced. So I do like going into the smaller, more independent bookstores because we love supporting independent bookstores, of course we do. And I saw this one and I figured I will just get it from them because I do want to read the series sooner than later and they're excited. So I finally have a copy of Onyx Storm in paperback. Fairly certain this only recently came out as paperback. I know I saw it being posted on the bookstores I follow on Instagram. And I saw a copy of this at Walter's and I'm like, I might as well. Because again, this is going to be a series I hopefully, fingers crossed, will get around to reading this year. I know that there's going to be more books in the series. I think at the time of doing this, it's now been teased online like, oh, there's like cover to be revealed for the next book and everyone is freaking the hell out. So I know there's going to be more books in this series, but some of you might be like, oh my god, Bexy, you've not read this series yet? No, because I think for me, I have a principle of if I know that there is going to be a new book, like sooner than later, like say I find out that this really cool series and there will be a new book next month, for example. I'm the kind of person that will wait until a full series is released. Then I can just binge it, right? Kind of similar to this, because I knew at the time of wanting to read the series that this was going to release soon. But I am excited to read it though, because even though I classify my reading genres as romance, fantasy, and thriller, I feel like I don't read as much fantasy, like fantasy, as I expect. That's definitely more of a recent development. I know, I am very excited to read it because all I really know about it, somehow I have never spoiled myself. All I know is that there's dragons. That's all I know. I know there's dragons, I think that's cool. But yeah, very excited. It's also very shiny. I like the colour of this. If I was to get this with nail polish, nice. So the final place I actually did get books from, it was the main reason for me even going to the city, because for the longest time, ever since they opened, I was like, I want to go there. And I was going into the city every so often, like every couple of months for appointments and whatnot. And it was always on a Monday or Tuesday. And this store only opens between Wednesday and Saturday. So I finally got to visit the One More Chapter bookstore. This is a pure English bookstore. Really, really nice. And they have really, really good selection of books. I know for a fact I'm going to be going back there as often as I can because, perfect. So the first thing I'll show is actually some of the bookmarks I got. Not only do they sell a variety of books, but they do sell a lot of stationery, bookmarks, postcards. They also have, and I know I added a clip of it, they have a little sticker, little machine, which is super cute. Very happy about that. To the girls that were in the bookstore as well, you were all very freaking cute because they were like very much jazzed about being in the store, very excited. And then one of the girls kind of wanted to leave and then she kind of backed it again and then she like, okay, now I'll go. I love that. So if you ever catch this video, I love you guys. You're cute. So I got a bunch of bookmarks, so I'm very excited. Also, I don't know, there's something very satisfying about the color of the sticker. Like, it kind of just makes me think of a cinnamon roll. Just saying, right? Insert self-plug. I will tell you right now, if there is ever a chance where I can, you know, provide some of my bakery stuff to the place, that'll be quite fun. Because having a little bit of a brownie while browsing, very fun. Anyway, self-plug done. So, I actually got quite a lot of bookmarks. But if I like them, I'm gonna get them. I mean, at the end of the day, this entire thing was like a treat yourself for my birthday. So, but I got 4 bookmarks. I think they're all, oh no, I got 5 bookmarks in total. I believe they're all from the same, no, they're not all from the same. Ooh, I'll need to find out information for that one. So I got 3 from one business, I think 1's from one, and then I'm not sure about one of the other ones. We'll see. But these ones here are from Team Confetti. And I'll leave the links to all of these extra stores in the description, as well as the information for all the bookstores, of course. So we have these ones. Need to make sure it focuses. Also, the sun is shining. It's very nice weather. So we have Let's Hop Into a Good Book, which is very cute. I like it. I like that one. And then we have Lost in the Pages Where the Wildflowers Bloom. It's also like proper like cardstock, which I like. So we have that one, which is very cute. And then I had to get this one because I am, and have always been, a silly goose. The Silly Goose Book Club. So I really like these ones. Also, I have no idea where my stickers are. So obviously the stickers, I would have put a clip in. I am so happy that I got the goose stickers because I believe I saw their video, their reel of the sticker machine, and it was that one that got pulled. And I was like, I want the geese stickers, the goose stickers. And I got them. So I got these. So there was a couple of different bookmarks by this particular person. And I saw this one. And you guys are going to see why I got this one because, of course, reading nook. What she's saying in my reading nook area. So literally in a yellow chair, literally the same one as I have. So I love this one. And then you have the doggo at the bottom as well. Oh, good boy. And then on the other side is Every Book is a New Adventure. And this one is by Esther Benink. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And you can see the camera's like, nope, I don't know. You might be able to see it. But obviously I'll put the information down below. But it is very cool. I like the art style of it, so it's very nice. And now this one, I think it's just the store itself that makes these ones. So I saw, of course, a bakery style one, which I mean cinnamon bun, of course. And I think it's just, yeah, it's just the same on each side. And considering the fact it has one more chapter stamped at the bottom, I believe this is just made by them, which is very cool. And then I did get another bookmark, which is currently the one I'm using for my current read. And it's just kind of similar style, just with one more chapter branding. So very nice. And of course, I did get 2 books. So I'll show you the book that I chose. So I wasn't too sure if I was gonna go with getting this book because it is a hardback and it is a nice book, but I was like, I know that the paperback just came out. I was planning on getting the paperback, but they did have a section where it's like all books on the shelf were 50% off. And again, going back to saying that books here are quite extortionate, I was like, you know what? I'll get it because it is a book I really want to read. So I got the Rebel Witch. So I have been putting this book off for a while because I adored reading The Crimson Moth. Really, really, really good vibes. And I have been super, super excited to read this one by Christian Cristilli. I can say names, but I've been very excited to read this one, which of course is by Christian Cicerelli. And I am most likely butchering that. I'm good at names, guys. I apologize. But I saw this and I was like, you know what? Screw it. A nice new hardback for my collection. Because usually I get hardbacks either if they're like a special edition or if they're kind of like a proper trophy piece. This one isn't anything like it's just a normal hardback. But again, if I'm going to get a little bit of a discount, which this one is 50% off, which for hardbacks is very good. So I did get that. And then I did have a little bit of fun with the bookstore owner. And I basically got her to choose a new book for me. Because obviously there's so many books out there. I really wanted to try and get the one place I wanted to go, get their ideas and get them to choose me a new book. So they were kind of like basing it off of me getting the Rebel Witch. I was like, yeah, I really like the kind of feeling within this book, like the kind of theming and whatnot. So the book that was chosen was Half City by Kate Golden, and I will have added her telling me about this book, and she was saying that this book is basically the same vibes as Crimson Moth, Rebel Witch, where in this one it's a fight between, I think it was a demon and a demon hunter, so kind of similar. And this is a Dark Academia book, and I don't remember if I said it to her, but I'm really hoping I enjoy it because I know in the past that when I have read Dark Academia, 9 times out of 10, I don't know what it is, it kind of goes over my head, doesn't really gel with me. Don't know why, but considering the fact I really liked Crimson Moth, I'm hoping, because it's like the same sort of vibes in this one, I'm really hoping, and this will be a duology as well, she said. So again, that'll be quite fun. It's also quite nice little sprayed edge as well. Again, we love to see sprayed edge. But yeah, it's also quite a hefty book, by the way. It's quite chunky. And this one has, how many pages do you think? It has 458 pages in the book. And then there's like a little excerpt, I think, from the next book. So yeah, I also really like the art style as well. It's quite nice. Does it have end pages? Oh, it does. That's interesting. For a paperback. So kind of, we love glare. So it has like kind of stain. Is it stained glass? No. That's not stained glass. I really hope, I just looked down, I really hope this little shit has not been tapping on the microphone. Oh no. That's all the books I got. Quite like the fact that some of them were actually sprayed edges, because I'm definitely a sucker for a sprayed edge. I'm also the kind of person, like, if a cover is pretty, I will get it and never read it. I will read them eventually. So what book would you say is the one that you would have got yourself? I know that there was some recommendations on Instagram as well. Realistically, when I was out, I never looked at my phone. Like, I think I was on it like once or twice when I was sitting for a drink. And aside from that, I was just using it for my audiobook, and I didn't really check until I got back home. It was a very long day. And even though in a lot of the places I went, it was really quiet, like kind of weirdly quiet. Like even when we went to IKEA, it was dead. I've never seen IKEA that quiet. I guess they all escaped. Anyway, but let me know what part of the day was your favourite. Naturally for me, I love going to the bookstores, but I think it kind of sucks. Had I not had that coffee, I think I probably would have went to a few more places, because there's definitely places I didn't manage to go, because one of my other ideas was to go to this really nice bakery, but my body and my soul were like, you need a tea, otherwise you're gonna be sore. Like, okay. But yeah, thanks for joining with this really nice kind of chill vlog. But if you want to let me know if you were here and you don't know what to comment, I guess we can comment, let's do a combo wombo. Let's do a coffee and ebook, because that was kind of the day, coffees and books and whatnot. So yeah, do that just to let me know you're here. But until the next time, take care, and I will see you in the next video, right? Bye! Oh my god, so tired. Oh.